Okay, here it is. It's the Worx autonomous lawnmower. Pretty sure they're made in Britain. They export worldwide, and this is the only one that I could find that made it to Australia. They call it the Worx Landroid. This one here is bottom of the range, but pretty good. In Australia, it retails around about $1,200. The closest one to that does the same thing as this, like actually goes up hills and reasonably decent incline, is the Husqvarna, but that's around about $2,000 unless it's on special. And it's only got 3 wheels, as you'll see. This one here has 4 wheels. Now these are the blades, the razor blades. You may think they don't work, but think again, they work perfectly and they are sharp. I've cut myself once already. Underneath the bonnet, you've got this here that turns around and that actually raises those razor blades up or down. You've got your keypad there, so if someone steals it, it's useless. It doesn't stop them stealing it, of course, but at least you have the satisfaction they can't use it. So this is pretty dirty. I've had it for nearly 3 months now, and I have not mowed the lawns once since I've had it. So here's the lawns. They're fairly well pristine. It's only a small backyard, but it's got lots of nooks and crannies, and it navigates its way around here really well. So I'm out in the sun at the moment, not sure how well this is showing up, but so this area here, I did that this morning with the whip snipper, because the cord that it runs on goes around about here. I had to clear this corner, here for when it actually goes home. There are some drawbacks with this one, being bottom of the range, and I'll go over them. So as you can see, it's a pretty good lawn. Now, it does all this, it just keeps going zigzag backwards and forwards. I'll show you some clips later on, and it gets through small areas like this. It goes down here, makes it down here, no worries at all. You can see the cord there is actually a little bit above because there's no grass here, but generally speaking, you're supposed to dig them in. I found you don't have to, but having said that, it's cut it once. When it turns, it pivots. So here, it pivots out these areas here. So eventually they go down low enough and it can possibly cut a wire that's sitting above the surface on an area like this. It has done that once to me, but like I said, that was actually my fault. That's it there sitting above. I should have had it down further. I've since put a few more stakes in and that won't happen again. So there, it does a decent sized area now. They're designed to be out in the open, but Australian sun is pretty fierce, so I decided to go with some sort of tent thing. They say put them away at winter because they're sitting in the rain all the time, but of course I won't have to, and I can program it just to come out once a month when the grass isn't growing, which would be good. Now, you're supposed to come out 1 metre or 2 at the back. I didn't have room for that, and I found that the robot wanted to keep going in behind here and get stuck and confused. So that's why you see this tyre here. And I just used, when it comes to this area, it uses its bump, turns around and goes back. Now, another couple of things, it doesn't like corners very much. So here, I've just rounded this off this morning because I had a corner going through this bit here and it's gone out of area twice, cut that pipe there, which is why I've got these bricks around. Yeah, so it's gone out of area twice because when it pivots and turns, if it gets caught on anything, it'll reverse. And of course, when it reverses, it will go back past where the wire's supposed to be, out of area, gets confused and stops. It doesn't continue on, but the fact that it does that is, well, it's a good safety feature, but you just got to be more careful where you put your wire. So I've changed the wire a few times. That is a bit of a pain in the neck. You've got to drag it all the way through. You can cut it, and then when you cut it, you can, I put some tape shrink stuff on it, and that seems to fix it, but they don't really recommend you keep cutting it. Now I just pulled this out, which shows me that the thing is upside down because I just showed everything. Press stop, goes back to normal. Now it's not at home, so press the home button. It's locating now the transmission wire. I'll run over it, realise which way the current's flowing. Now this is why because I thought I'd show you this, because this is why you have to have it so far away from an edge. And that in itself is a pain in the neck. Because when it goes home, when it finds its way home like this, it actually goes up the middle of the Landroid, which is great, but you've got to be a certain distance away from the edge, otherwise it hits the bricks or it hits any other thing that you've got. The reason it's zigzagging there is because I've actually got the wire zigzagging, so it follows the wire really well. So it's caught there now, so the wheels are pivoting. So it does the job. But it works to come out with a new one where it goes edge to edge. So that's in there now charging. And that's what it does every time it's programmed. So Worx now come up, so you can put this wire that runs here, you can put that up against the brick here. Now, the problem with it being like this now is the Landroid comes in, finds the wire, and it stops short of doing the grass, which is why we have to whippersnip. So I've done this area here, and this area again up here. I'll whippersnip that because when it zigzags, it hits it and goes back, and I'll show you a little bit of that later on. So that's the downsides of it, is that it doesn't go right to the edge. I tried to get the more expensive one, but unfortunately they didn't. Well, I couldn't find them in Australia anyway. I could have got them from England, but then, you know, warranty issues and send them back, and I didn't want to go down that track. So the equivalent one to this one in Husqvarna with the 3 wheels is 2,000. There's a 4-wheel one you can get on special sometimes around 2,000, and that's supposed to be, on paper anyway, as good as this one here. So they're on paper, they're pretty much the same with the incline going up the hill, and the Husqvarna's 2,000 and this one here was 1,200. I didn't see that there was going to be an argument with that one. I obviously went with the cheaper one. So I'll just leave you with that. I can only comment on the Worx one. I've only wiped it down once. You saw how dirty it was. It's been mowing this now for nearly 3 months and doing a pretty good job. This one hasn't got Wi-Fi. I said I didn't realise they made them without Wi-Fi, but I found I haven't needed it either. It's really simple. It runs straight out of the box. The pain in the neck putting the wire around, but once you get it there, it's fine. Bit of fine tuning with the wire as well, and it's pretty pristine lawn. This bit here is obviously different grass, but that's probably what a summer lawn would look like normally. This up here grows pretty quick, and the Worx Landroid keeps up with it. I run it 5 nights a week, and the weekend it doesn't come out at all, and then it starts again on Monday. Whisper Quiet started at 7 o'clock at night, and no one knows it's out. It just, yeah, I could do it at 12 o'clock and no one would know it was going. So I've actually come out probably since I've had it. It's been out of area 3 times, and 3 times has kind of been the way I've set it up. It hasn't really been the fault of the Landroid, just teething problems with slopes and drop-offs. So it really does like all lawn. It doesn't go much on just bits of dust as I've got around the corners here. So I'll eventually just grow the lawns right up to the brick and then just keep whippersnipping. So it's just a real shame that they don't offer the dearer ones, the edge-to-edge ones. They look they're so much better again. And even with the top of the lane Husqvarna, that's around about 5 grand, give or take. Even you can compare that, and that does a lot of backyard. The 5 grand one's a lot of backyard. So, you know, you compare that with a ride-on, and you know, again, it's a simplistic argument. So I hope this has been a good overview for you. If you're considering getting one, all the ones I've read on paper, this here by far is the best, not without its issues. If it was available, I'd get the next model up, which is closer to the $2,000 mark, had I been able to get it. But even that on paper, the next one up is better than the $2,500, $3,000 one from Husqvarna on paper. I haven't had a practical go at that one, but what I've seen on the net and what I've read about, this one pretty much beats it. So hope this has been helpful. Catch you later.